Have you ever heard the term recycle and reuse, or is it reuse and recycle? Whatever the case is, I'm doing that today in this edition of Connecting Faith and Life. Everybody, I'm Mr. Brown with Proclaim Ministries, and this is Connecting Faith and Life. And yes, I'm going to recycle a video I did in the past. And if you're a parent, this is for you. If you're a grandparent, this is for you. If you might be a parent one day, this is for you. And maybe if you're a kid, you can learn something from this too. But this is a video that we created a while back, and it's for parents. And I'll be honest about parenting. Parenting is one of the toughest jobs you'll ever do, but it's one of the most rewarding. It's probably second to marriage. I don't know. But I think it's very rewarding. But we all need help as parents. And in this video, I talk about 3 things we need to do as parents, our 3 major jobs. Now, we got a lot of jobs to do, but I've broken into 3 things I think that are helpful for me to look at and hopefully helpful for you as well. And so I found this as I was looking on our app. And if you don't have our app, download the app. That's not for the app. This is for the app. If you're watching, you just saw me make another mistake, which I'm okay with making mistakes. This is my second one for the year. Anyway, get our app at proclaimministries.com/app. You can download it right there, and then you can get these kind of resources. They're available on the app and on our website, proclaimministries.com. And so check out this video on parenting. And if it's useful for you, maybe pass it on to somebody else. They can watch on the website. We have a lot of resources for parents. I'll put a link in the description for the other resources. I don't know if you can have a direct link, but if you download our app or go to the website, you can look at the parenting things, and hey, hopefully they're helpful for you. They're helpful for me as well. And honestly, a lot of the stuff didn't come from me directly. It's stuff I've learned over the years, and I am still learning as my daughter is now a teenager and she wants to start driving soon. Yeah, you know what that is. But I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a parent and grateful for the opportunity to share these resources with you. So hopefully as you watch this video, it's beneficial for you to help you live for God by connecting faith and life, but also to help you equip your teen maybe, or your kid as you are going through the job of parenting. So let me know what your thoughts are after you watch this. I won't come back. This will be the whole episode today. I'm recycling, reusing it because I think it's good stuff. So check it out as we talk about 3 tips for parenting. Hello, parents of teenagers. You got a teenager. Whoo! Yes, it's hard being a parent, and maybe it gets harder as they become older. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it becomes easier for you. Maybe you got very responsible kids. But I think our concern from them may grow more because they're out of our reach more. They're out of our house more. They got more opportunities to get away from us. And we never could really control them, but we really can't even control where they are. They may got a license by now. They're hanging out with different friends. And so what are you to do as a parent? How can you deal with that? It's hard to be a parent anyway. But then now you're a Christian parent and you really, really want them to follow the Lord. You want them to live for God. And now you're worried about, did I do the right things? Am I doing the right things now? Listen, take a deep breath. At the end of the day, it's up to God. I think we need to be faithful as parents to pray for our kids on a regular basis and then not to give up. So I want to give you 3 things I think is important to do as parents of teenagers. Number 1, our job as parents, it applies to kids as well, younger kids. But I think our job as parents to love our kids, lead our kids, and launch our kids. We need to love our kids. Love them, and that does not mean giving them everything they want, but giving them what they need. And honestly, sometimes it means saying no. I know it's hard to tell them no. You're afraid of the consequences, but for some reason, my mama was not afraid of telling me no. My mama was my mama, and I didn't understand all the things she did and why she did them. And there were sometimes I mumbled under my breath, can't stand my mama. I never said it loud enough for her to hear because that wouldn't have been good for me at all. But she didn't. I don't think she really cared. She knew what was best for me, and that was her job to love me. And sometimes that meant tough love and not just give me everything I wanted. And one of the phrases that, I don't know how old you are, you might have heard, I heard it growing up, because I'd be like, well, my friends get to do it. Well, if your friends jumped off a bridge, you jump off the bridge with them. Yeah. But I think even when it comes to some of these cell phones, some of our kids don't need them. 13 years old, 12 years old, 13, don't really need them. But all their friends have them, and so we are tempted to give them to them as well. And the sad thing is, so many kids are jumping off these bridges with these phones and social media. So you have to really ask yourself, is giving them everything they want the best loving thing you can do? Or sometimes saying no, giving them what they need? Because at the end of the day, I don't know about your upbringing, but I look back now, my mom did, my grandparents did. I'm grateful they did not give me everything I need. The way they expressed their love was giving me what I needed. And sometimes that was the word no. Love your kids, then lead your kids. And even when it comes to your Christianity, one of the best things we can do is embrace this idea of being an imperfect role model. An imperfect role model. That's exactly what we are. We're imperfect role models. We are not perfect in any aspect of life, and even in our Christianity. To be open and transparent with that. Because I think so many kids struggle with the disingenuousness that they see in us as adults, and whether with a parent or somebody at the church or just in the community. To be real, when we mess up, fess up, because it means so much to them to see that even as a believer, I'm not perfect. I don't sometimes read my Bible as I should. Sometimes I watch things on TV I shouldn't. Sometimes I snap. Some of y'all got attitudes, or y'all have short fuses and y'all go off in anger, and it's not godly. And it's okay to say, you know what? I was wrong for that. Please forgive me, and then move on. Because I think it's so important for us to be willing to embrace that. I remember growing up as a kid, there was a couple of professional athletes who were rejecting the fact that they're role models. It's like, I'm not a role model. Yes, you are. People looking at you, somebody's watching you, wanting to be just like you. And as a parent, that can be scary, but it's something we need to embrace, to say, listen, I am not a perfect role model, because there are none, but I'm an imperfect role model, and I want to embrace that. Even in front of my kids, they watch everything I do, and I'm not striving to be perfect. I'm striving to be real, genuine, and when I mess up, I fess up. So our job is to lead our kids, to lead them in walking with the Lord. One of the favorite things my kid, Evan, told me one day is that he wants to be a godly man like his daddy. Like, you know, I appreciate that. He wants to be a godly man like his father. And I pray I will continue to be an imperfect role model, but one who's striving to be godly as my son is following. And as a parent, we need to be willing to say what Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. And that should be our aim. Our aim is not to be perfect in the sight of the world, not to be perfect in the sight of our jobs and other people. Our job is to simply follow Christ. And we can say to our kids, follow me as I follow Christ. So I think it's so important that we lead our kids. So number one, love. Number two, lead. And lastly, launch our kids. Don't you want them out your house one day and not coming back? Now, there's different situations for everybody, but it's not a negative thing. We want them to be productive members of society, but we also want them to be walking with the Lord, making choices for themselves that honor God. And so, and on this page of our website and this page of our ministry and our app, we'll be providing more things, more encouragement, and more, maybe some training, some things you can do, like how to read the Bible with a teenager, how the importance of having dinner as a family, even though they're older. Because here's the bottom line. As we love our kids, we lead our kids, and we're trying to launch them, help them to be successful, help them follow Christ. That is my ultimate goal. I want my children to follow Jesus Christ. That's my goal. And so on the way of that, there's some temptation, I believe, for us as parents to disengage our kids because we think they don't want us anymore. We're not cool anymore. Look, I love the fact that my kids laugh at my dad jokes. They laugh not at the jokes, they laugh at me, right? I get that. But I'm going to still tell them dad jokes. And because here, I'm not trying to make them laugh. The goal of a bad dad joke or a bad joke is get the smirk or the eye roll. That's a win right there, baby. That's a win. But I want to stay connected. I don't care if they put me down or say things that's funny about me. I'm not going to run away from them. When they go through this stage where they don't want to be heard, they act like they don't need us anymore because they got friends. And maybe your kids will not go through that. So don't project that upon them. Sometimes we project things on, especially when kids are young. Like when our kids were young, they're like, oh, the terrible twos. I'm not projecting that on my child. I'm not going to just expect that. I'm going to see my child is different from everybody else's child. Those two kids are different from each other. So don't project the idea that they're going to start rejecting you, because sometimes if we project that or we expect that, our attitude, our body language change, and they feel like we don't want them around. So I would say don't succumb to the pressure of the world and even the media that teach you teenagers don't want to be around your parents. They don't love their parents. You don't know what your kid is different. There's a quote I want to leave you with is this, that they need us, our kids need us more than they know, and they want us more than we know. Think about that. They need us more than they know. I didn't know how much I needed my mom. I didn't know how much I needed that guidance. I didn't know how much, and the stuff she told me I wanted to roll my eyes at, she was right. I got a whole story about how even as a young adult, I bought a car I couldn't afford. She told me not to buy it. Car got repossessed. And I wish I would have listened to her. That's a whole nother story. If you want to hear that story, let me know. But our kids, they need us more than they know. Again, their brains are not fully developed. I was just talking about that with another doctor. They don't even know that. They don't know what they don't know. But you've lived this life already. You've been there. And isn't it funny how sometimes, I don't know about you, but I see my kids in me. I see the rebellion. I see the good stuff too, but I see them in me. So I know they need me more than they know. Therefore, I'm not gonna press the escape hatch because they are giving me attitude. And number two, they want us more than we know. I was talking to a group of students in middle school, and me and the principal were talking to them. They were like maybe 14 kids, and we asked them a simple question about sex education. Who do you want to teach you about sex, the school or your parents? Every kid said their parents. They wanted to talk to their parents about sex. And most parents would be like, no, I ain't talking. No, it's awkward. It's weird. But guess what? These kids, and this has happened over and over again. I remember doing a workshop in Wisconsin where we were talking about sex education with teenagers at middle school and high school with their parents over a weekend. And we had the parents go to one room, kids stay in one room. I talked to parents, talked to the students separately. We talked them together, and we had to fill out a survey. Who do you want to hear about sex from? Who would you like to hear from? The parents, all the kids said they want to hear from the parents, and then the parents were waiting on the kids. So the parents were waiting on the kids to say something, and the kids were waiting on the parents to say something, and nobody ever said anything. So I believe this. They need us more than they know, and they want us more than we know. And I think that's important for us to understand, because our job is not simple. It's very difficult. But if we put it in those three areas, we need to love our kids, lead our kids, and launch our kids. And I'll be doing more of these type of videos to encourage you as a parent, because it's hard. It's hard as a parent. I have three kids, a 29-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old. I'll talk more about that age gap later in a future video. But thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. Go to our website, proclaimministries.com, download our app, and that you can get more of this information, and sign up for our email, because our email will give you notifications when we make more videos and more content to help you live for God by connecting faith and life. Peace.